Hi, so it's Video Chaser back with my second video. The first one went better than I expected. Had quite a few people check it out. Even had a message from one of the directors of the films that I did a very brief synopsis of. A film called Omega Cop. So if you didn't see the first video, go and check that one out. There's mainly post-apocalyptic stuff on there. I think it's all post-apocalyptic. Today I've got a mixture of post-apocalyptic and just general things I've picked up recently. I forgot to show any VHSs last time, so there'll be plenty of VHSs in this one. So let's just jump in and get started. So first of all, first of the post-apocalyptic movies, this one's a VHS and it's Rollerblade Warriors. I've not actually watched it yet. I'll be getting around to it probably this week. Got a few VHSs lined up. This one looks like your kind of Amazonian type affair. I mean, I'd be interested to see where the rollerblades come in. There's some awesome looking monsters and girls on there, so it looks good. I don't think it's available on VHS, on DVD. I think it was only available on VHS. Maybe a Laserdisc, I'll have to look into that. But I'm generally trying to pick up VHS tapes where that's the only option. If there's a Laserdisc available, I'll try and get hold of that. If it's on DVD, I'll get the DVD. If I find out that it's a VHS rip on a DVD, I'd rather have the VHS. I can always rip it myself. It's nice to pick up some of these DVD rip transfers if they've got extra features, which most don't, or if they've got decent cover art that's rare or something like that, but usually I'd rather have the VHS. That's the first one, Rollerblade Warriors. The next one is Hard Knuckle. I really like this one. The reviews online are not very good. I think it's because a lot of people expected it to be a full-on post-apocalyptic affair in the style of Mad Max, probably due to the fact that the lead character, the actor was actually Goose in Mad Max, and it's set in a very, very similar world to Mad Max. It could probably be a town set in the Mad Max world, but it's essentially Hustler. It's a pool movie set in a post-apocalyptic world, which works for me. It's low budget. The budget constraints kind of show, but they've done well because they've set most of it in pool halls. The acting's okay. I think it just feels like everybody had a lot of fun making it, and it comes across. There's not a lot of action in it. Like I say, it's mostly based in pool halls, so there's not that much action that can go on. There's a bit of a bar fight, I think, at one stage, and that's about it. And like I say, it's got bits of Hustler in it. It's not great. The bad guy is not really very bad. In fact, at one stage the bad guy and the good guy hook up to help each other out, and then they split up again and it's bad guy and good guy again for the end. But if you're a collector of post-apocalyptic films, I think this one is probably one to seek out, especially because it's got a tie into Mad Max, unofficial as it is. So that's Hard Knuckle. Next we've got Survival Zone. I think this has got a few names. It's definitely got a Italian name. This one's a pre-cert, which is quite nice. It's just got the 15 certificate sticker laid on there. Doesn't give much away from the actual box. A lot of motorbikes, not many big vehicles. Not watched this one yet, so again, I'll probably get around to watching this sometime this week, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe do a general review video covering maybe 4 or 5 films at a time. Not too in depth, you know, a couple of minutes on each film just to give you more of an idea what it's about. That's that one. Next, Interzone. I started watching this the other night, and it seems mad. It's got a mad plot. Is it this one? I'm sure it's this one. Yeah, I can actually see on the tape there how far I've got into it. From what I've seen so far, there's this guy, he visits a really strange bar with some very odd characters. We've got like a very camp dancer, a weird priest type fella, and then there's a strange game going on, which is it's basically Russian roulette with poisoned drinks. And then there's this guy, he's a bit sort of, well, I suppose he's Mad Max. You see him on there? He's playing the Mad Max character. He's a bit of a hustler, he's a bit of a thief, and he kind of gets tied into this game of Russian roulette. And then a bar fight kicks off, and it's really bizarre. The priest is beating up the dancer. There's a huge burly fella beating up this middle-aged woman. It's very odd, so I'm looking forward to watching the rest of it. That is Interzone. Okay, well, I've got a couple of DVDs. This one arrived today. I think this is a Norwegian release. Could be wrong. Might be German. My German's not really what it used to be, so I can't even read the synopsis. I don't know what it's about. I can't even remember ordering it to be honest, but it's definitely post-apocalyptic. There's a few images on the back there. I don't know what you can see those, probably going out of focus when I get close. A couple of vehicles, bit of leather, a few guns. So we'll see about that. I shall get round to that in the next month or so, should imagine. Okay, here's one that's not post-apocalyptic, just to break it up a little bit. This is just one from a charity shop that was in today. It's probably going to be awful because there's far too many quotes on the front. But you never know. It's set in a small British town, and that's the sort of thing I like when it comes to horror movies. So you never know, it might be okay. The Borderlands, genuinely horrifying total film. So I don't know. That one. Another one is The Beast Must Die. Peter Cushing's in it. It's going to be alright, I think, if Peter Cushing's in it. I'm not a massive horror fan, to be honest. I have a lot of horror movies. I watch a lot of horror movies, but it takes a lot for me to actually really like a horror film. It's got to have a real atmosphere to it. So this is the sort of thing that I come across. I think it's a haunted house type thing, but these sort of things occasionally draw me in and I enjoy them. So we'll see about that. And I'll probably I'll include that in a review sooner or later. The Extraordinary Adventures of Adele, Blanc-Sec or Blanc-Sec. Don't know how you pronounce it. It's French language, English subtitles. That one there. Next up, this one I only really picked up because I'm a collector of snapper cases. I shall probably do a overview of my snapper case collection, which is pretty huge. A good few hundred snapper cases. If you don't know what a snapper case is, it was mainly released by Warner Brothers, and it's the cardboard case with the snapping clasp there, hence why they're called snapper cases. I don't like American football movies, although this looks like it might be okay. It's a comedy. I enjoy a comedy every now and again, so it might be alright, but I only bought it because it's a snapper case. A lot of people don't like snapper cases. If there's anyone out there that's got some snapper cases and you'd rather have a standard case edition, I'm more than willing to do some swaps, because there's a lot of stuff I've got on standard case that I prefer the snapper case. What else we got? Another non-post-apocalyptic related, but check out the cover. That looks like a VHS cover. It probably is a scan of a VHS cover. It's a Vietnam movie. Could well be a post-apocalyptic movie by the looks of that cover. Picked it up because it was in the charity shop, and how can you pass that up? Look at the cover. I've not watched it yet. Flash Gordon's in it. We'll get around to it. The release is not too bad. They actually printed the disc, which is rare for this sort of release. It's Moonstone releasing group. Never heard of them. Another VHS, again off the post-apocalyptic thing. It was 50p. I've not seen it. I don't really know why I bought it. I think there was probably nothing else VHS-wise that I fancied enough, but I'd fancied picking up a VHS. So it's Pump Up the Volume, Christian Slater. Not much to say about that. Next, another snapper case. I'll be honest, I've never heard of it. I'm sure it is a famous movie, probably in the States, because I think it might be based on the Civil War. Red Badge of Courage. An 80s classic, I suppose, but this was on TV over the Christmas period, and I watched it again. And this is one of the films that is a nostalgic film, but it doesn't hold up very well, not in my opinion. Mannequin. Ooh, now, I've actually got two copies of this. I think it's this one. It might be the other one. This is the 70s Spiderman movie, or one of two movies. It says Spiderman the movie, although I think it was probably a series or mini-series. This is... let me see if I can find the other one. This is Spider-Man Strikes Back. Is Spider-Man the movie again. But this one is The Dragon's Challenge. Now, I've read the back of both of these, and neither of these seem to be the movie that I remember renting, which was the 70s one, which was, I'm sure, was the same actor. That one involved like a mass hypnosis type thing. I think people had earpieces in or implants or something, and the bad guy summoned them to perform assassinations or something like that. I'm sure it was part of the same series as this, but it wasn't one of these. Although I've not watched them both yet, so I don't know. I may well be wrong. We'll see. Spider-Man. A few more VHSs for the VHS fans. This is The Last Starfighter. If you are a sci-fi fan, an 80s sci-fi fan, and you've not seen The Last Starfighter, I suggest you stop what you're doing right now, find Last Starfighter and watch it. It's cheesy, it's got decent effects, decent effects, brilliantly outrageous makeup, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The Last Starfighter, which I've got on DVD. I think I've got it on Laserdisc as well, but the artwork is very nice on this. Excellent. Have we got any more post-apocalyptic for you? I don't think we have, but I've got a few more VHSs, so we'll show you those. I mean, I've got plenty of post-apocalyptic movies, but they're all over the place. Plus, we can't put everything in one video on YouTube. Project X. That Broderick fella, Matthew Broderick. Bought this because the artwork's cool. I've seen the movie. It's okay. Okay. Mickey Rourke. A Prayer for the Dying. Never seen it. Sounds pretty interesting. So, what's it sound about? I think it's some sort of is it a gangster type thing? Yeah, it says it's got a London gangster in it. Bob Hoskins is in it. I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to watch that in the next few weeks. Classic. It was $10.99, probably from W.H. Smith's. No holds barred. Hulk Hogan. Old classic. I'm not sure whether this is out on DVD or not yet, but you know, it was there. I had to pick it up. It's VHS. It's cool. What else? Ooh, I've got a package that arrived today. Now, I did open the bag because I wasn't expecting anything. It's an import from the US. It had a picture of what looks like I don't know. What is that on the back there? It's like a... I thought it was an elephant to begin with, but it looks more like a... I don't know. Just a smiley face. Anyway, so I opened it, but I haven't opened the bubble wrap. So we'll do that now. Well packaged. Right, we're in. Terminal Virus. I haven't seen it. I don't think it's available on any other format. I did see online a DVD cover knocking around, but I can't find any information on it. By all accounts, this has the lot. It's got the vehicles, it's got the flames, it's got the girls. Apparently it opens with a topless girl running across a the bottom of a sand or rock quarry, being chased by some marauders. Brilliant. There's girls with guns, there's big explosions. I think this is going to tick all the boxes, so I'm looking forward to watching this. It is obviously from the US. It's going to be a NTSC, which my player says it does support. So, but this is the first American VHS that I've ever bought, so we'll see if it works. But I'll definitely do a review of that one. So that's it for now. So if you like it, subscribe, like, comment. You know what to do. I'll see you next time. Cheers.